message?
Well, we are going to be doing a movie review panel on Django Unchained. I'm Ryan Berg.
Connor Murphy.
Alex DeVoe.
Keith Steinbrecher.
So I'm going to start off by talking about the aesthetic of the movie. The aesthetics of the movie, they did a very good job with everything. The scenes, the stuff people wear, like warehouses, like the locations of the film, and use of like daytime, nighttime, and stuff of that sort.
Yeah, I agree. The aesthetics of the movie are great. Particularly the part that stuck out to me is the opening scene. They're kind of walking through the woods. It's a snowy evening. It's candlelit. And the filmmakers kind of have everything a little hazy and almost like a warmer light because of the candlelight. It kind of sets the scene of being back in the 1700s, in my opinion. That's what it seemed like.
Totally agree with that.
Any other aesthetics that we found particularly?
Yeah, well, I found something that didn't really fit in the aesthetics. Rick Ross playing for music. It definitely does not fit the post-Civil War.
Bounce back and forth
Pretty
between music from that day and age to Rick Ross. So it's,
Yeah, it was a nice juxtaposition of old timey feel and new timey music.
Yeah, I mean, good use of the song, I will say.
It was. I mean, it's talking about there's 100 coffins by Rick Ross. I mean, it was during
There was
a death
definitely
scene, so
quite a few coffins in that
I guess it made sense with the movie.
yeah,
That comes with
definitely
coffins,
doesn't.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah, that was good.
Alright, so the next subject we're going to be talking about is the Bechdel test. And so in class we discussed this as when two females are having a conversation together and are talking about a male, which would mean that the Bechdel test has failed. So during the movie, there was maybe one scene in the whole entire movie where there was two females talking together and they were talking about a male. So the Bechdel test failed for this movie.
Yeah, I mean, in this movie in general, females are kind of underrepresented. The females are only really supporting roles. You get some maids, the occasional female. I mean, when they were having the fight scene where slaves were fighting each other, there was maybe one female, and then the maids around the house, but not too many females in general, so it's hard to pass the Bechdel test without any females out.
And talking about the Bechdel test, I didn't realize it now until we started watching movies and kind of having to focus on that so many movies do not pass that test.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally, I don't know a movie that passes that test.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, since taking the class, I've been
Yeah.
trying to pay attention to that, and I think Dazed and Confused might be the only movie I've seen that passed since we started the class that actually did pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
Thinking back on every movie I've watched, I don't think there's a movie I've seen that's passed.
Well, because in just film in general nowadays, it's women there's not as many women as main characters as men. So it's tough.
They're all secondary role people.
It is getting better.
Yeah, it's
It's
turning
getting
a corner.
It is getting better.
Okay, so back to Django Unchained. Yeah, so I think I wanted to talk about agency now, and the part that stuck out to me as a display of agency. Now I know we've talked about it mostly as females and the way they dress and stuff as their agency, but I think Django showed his own agency at the scene where he and the bounty hunter go into one of the towns in the beginning, and the bounty hunter says, "Okay, you're a free man now. You can wear whatever you want." So Django decides to buy a full, pale blue or bright blue suit, right? And he's out on the horse wearing this blue suit.
Flashy display.
And I was like, well, that must be agency, right? And that seemed like agency to me.
Well, another thing I found out, but I find interesting is that the connection that Django had with the bounty hunter and how close they got over the course of the movie until his final death.
Yeah,
They did have somewhat of a connection
There
from
was.
the moment that the bounty hunter unchained Django.
I suppose that it could be. It could be.
Give me that.
I suppose there could be an example of queering the film if you view it through a queer lens, possibly. Django and the bounty hunter could
Oh, that's
You
true.
know, remember when we were in class when we watched that one scene where the people were talking about Top Gun?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
no,
great.
still yeah.
So I feel
Still
like
bugs me
through a
though.
similar lens, you could say that Django and the bounty hunter had their own relationship.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Maverick and Goose were brothers till death. Literally till death.
And I feel like
Goose died.
Django and
Yeah.
well, similar to this, Django and the bounty hunter were brothers in a way, and the bounty hunter is the Goose of this situation. The bounty hunter died at the end.
Yeah, sucks for Goose. You know?
That's kind of
But I mean, just one interpretation of it. I mean, if you're looking at the film through a queer lens, that it's a very possible,
That's
very
true.
possible view.
That's true. That's a good point.
Another one that I saw, male gaze, personally to me, towards when Django's wife was in the hot box, and they released her, she was naked, and you saw her getting carted off, they zoomed in on her, as she was getting carted off naked, so I thought that was a little bit of male gaze in there.
I disagree.
Okay.
I feel like that was more of like the writer was trying to show a powerful, like, disgusting image almost. Like wow, they're being treated like animals, you know?
There's a lot of other male gaze in movies like this because of the I don't know what they're called, corsets. What the girls
Corsets,
wear,
yeah.
the dresses that
Yeah.
push up their chest a lot.
Yeah, it's
That's a huge.
Well, there
it's
was
a
one
huge
in the movie
Exactly.
when they went into
Candy.
the Candyland.
Yeah.
Before they went to
Oh,
Candyland,
yeah, yeah.
And there was
they
the,
called her. Who was
up
she?
at the bar with the fight scene.
Yeah, and you were just about to talk about with the maid and
Yeah, calling him.
that wasn't at Candyland though. That was at the other one, the one
Oh,
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Where was she?
Yeah.
The
Was
Colonel Sanders looking
Colonel-
over.
Yes.
He was wearing that white suit.
she called him Daddy, right?
She called
Yeah,
him
called him
Daddy,
Yeah,
Big
one
Daddy.
of
She
the-
called him
one
Big
of the-
Daddy.
Big
One of the
Daddy.
maids called him Big Daddy,
And
and
what
then
he called her?
proceeded to call it Sugar.
Sugar, yeah. So
So
that was kind of an interesting relationship between the owner and his slave, to be calling each other Big Daddy and Sugar.
What was it? Was it technically legal back then to
Was it?
have a maid as like a partner?
Well, I mean,
Partner.
they were your property.
yeah.
So
No, I
I
thought
think
it
it was
was-
illegal for black people and white people to breed. That's a
Yeah.
word.
I actually.
But they were technically property at that point, so you
So
treat
he
your
could
property
do
however you
what
wanted
he
back then.
wanted because it was his property. Yeah.
Which is disgusting, of course.
Terrible.
Yeah, but that was, I guess it could be considered male gaze with the, or just an interesting observation. With the,
Well, I mean, going back to
Referred to
Alex's
as-
point of Django's wife being naked, it could still be seen as male gaze just because it's the female body, even though it was
horrific.
a horrific and disturbing scene to watch. It's still a female body being
That's true.
portrayed as naked,
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah, so that's very
I suppose. Different interpretations of the same scene.
I don't know, I found it kind of get off topic here, but I found it disturbing the oppression that black people faced during the slavery, like during the slave era. So there was a scene where a guy ran away and he got eaten by dogs,
That was difficult
That
to
was-
watch.
That was probably one of the
and
hardest parts of the movie to
and then-
watch.
and then people. If you ran away, you either were shot. I know
Yeah,
in
Burns,
Candy,
yeah, the runaway burn mark
yeah,
on
running
the cheek.
burn.
I mean, that going back to the part where the guy was eaten by dogs, and the fact that Django had to authorize it.
Oh, yeah,
Essentially.
that's true.
I mean, he didn't have a choice. He had to prove his validity, but it's just disgusting.
Yeah, it was tough.
Horrific behavior back then, I guess.
Well, back then it was the norm.
It
Think
was.
about it, that was normal.
Yeah,
It's
people
like,
didn't care.
they ran away.
Yeah.
They were shot and killed right then.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
lucky. They were lucky. Usually, I mean,
The movie itself was a gruesome movie. I don't know
Oh
if you all
yeah.
noticed.
Oh, yeah.
That was another thing with the aesthetics of the movie is the just amount of gore in this movie is higher than any I've ever
They
seen.
definitely proved the point with all the public gore and
I think that
hot box.
Did a pretty good portrayal of what or how horrific it was.
Yeah, I think that the aesthetics really tied, like the aesthetics of all the gore and just the gruesome nature helps set the scene of what it was like back then and how how people were treated.
I found it funny. I don't know at the end when Django went to go blow up the house. I forget her name. It was who is the Candyland? Who's the head guy?
It was Leo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
Leo's
character?
Leo.
Character. What's his name?
Samuel Jackson.
No, way off, dude.
Okay, his character.
So his sister, whatever, getting shot at an angle, and then she flying perpendicular to the opposite direction.
Doesn't make any sense.
That made no sense, but that was hilarious.
Yeah. I think overall, funny movie. Yeah.
There were parts.
But very powerful
Bounty
meaning.
Hunter was hilarious. in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, his
His
characters.
character is very funny.
Very progressive at the time too.
Yeah.
Well, the best was he killed all these people. At the beginning, you're like, dude, this guy's crazy, and he's like, nope,
Yeah.
I got bounties on him. It's like, I thought he was kidding at first, and
Yeah,
then
that's
it was actually real. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You need a
So
psychic too.
just overall good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
powerful message. Still had funny parts. I mean, in its own ways. Just good movie. I thought I liked it. I recommend it.
I agree. Yeah, so sure.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, that was our review of Django Unchained.